Hi, today we will see how to send, receive and delete message from SQS. So SQS is an AWS queue. Let's see. Before that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So we need to create a AWS access key to access the SQS. So if you go here, we can see my secret credentials. So it will land you to this page. After that, you need to click access key ID and secret key, and click new access key and generate it. So it will show you access key, and this is very much confidential. Once you use it, either delete it or set it to some level, like it can access only SQS or only EC2 instance. Since I am the super user, so it has access to everything, and anyone who has access to your access key and secret key can spin up any instance and you will be charged by Amazon. So Amazon may nullify it for only one time, but later you need to pay for whatever amount is charged. So better, once you are done with your POC or anything, just delete the access key and secret key. Then you need to go and install AWS CLI. I have already installed it. Once you have installed AWS CLI, then click AWS configure configure, and it will ask for access key. Then provide the secret key. My region is already default set to Mumbai, so I will not change anything. You can change it like North Virginia or Australia or any other location which you have preferred or which is your nearest, because if it is nearest, then you will have a low latency. So we are done with the configuration. Then what we need to do is like npm install aws sdk -- save. So you will have the node modules. So if you go to node modules, here we can see AWS SDK is already installed, and using -- save, it will be added in dependencies. So you can check what is the version I am using, 2.683.0. So let's send one message. So before that, I had already created a AWS SQS. So what you need to do is like create new SQS and just give the name and quick create. And if I want to see what is inside the queue or what data is there, as of now I don't have any data, so it is blank. So I will try to send one data or one message. So for that, what you need to do is like you need to import AWS SDK and configure the region and use the version. So all these are default, so you can just hard code it as it is. I am using function send user details, which is being called here, and it takes an argument param. So what it does, it like sqs.send message, and we will pass the parameter, and if any error is there, so it returns a callback. So if any error is there, it will print out the error, and if it is successful, then we will perform the business logic. So if I go to params, here we have delay second. Suppose I gave here 10 seconds. So the message will be pushed to the queue, but it will be visible after 10 seconds. Then we had this message attributes. So these are like JSON format. So title, then it's of type string, then I have the value, then author, then mobile, it's of data type number, and the value is 89889. Then we have the message body. So all these are optional. So either you need to have message body or you need to have message attribute, any one, but queue URL is necessary. So in order to find the queue URL, you can go to this queue, click the queue, and here you can get the queue URL. Let me run it. Node send.js. We can see that we had received a message ID 6266 something. If I go and view the details, you can see that message is not yet received because it will get delayed by 10 seconds. It should come by now. Okay, I forgot to save it. It is actually 30 seconds. So we can see that the message has been displayed. So we had this information about Gaurav Paul. Then we had the message attribute, title, author, mobile, and we had all the values and its type. Let me send another message with delay second 10, and I will remove this message attribute and send the message. And if I go and start pulling it, we can see that it is not yet received because it will wait for 10 seconds. So you can see that second message is received, and if I go to this message attribute, we don't have anything. And if we don't specify the delay second, we will receive it instantly. We can see that we have received the third message immediately. Next, I will delete all the messages, or one by one all the messages. Before that, let me fetch it. So in order to fetch the message, what we need to do is like, similarly, we need to import AWS SDK, then our config and what is the version we are using. Then we had the in params, so we need to define the queue URL, and we will receive the message one after another. And I am using this function read user details. Let me run it. Node read.js. Okay, so it has received the last message, I think, because the message ID is 8559. So let's check. Yeah, it has received the last message in the queue. So what we need to do is like in params, we will add another value, and we will add here 10. So the best practice is to, once you read the 10 message, you need to delete the message once the business operation is successful. If it is failed, then you can retry it and receive the same value and delete it once it is done. Then you will not get the repeated same message again and again. So now we will see how to delete those messages. So in order to delete those messages, we need receipt handle. So what we need to do is like, I will copy this, and here we had the same AWS SDK configuration and the SQS initialization with the API version. Then we need to provide the queue URL, which is the same URL, and then we need to change the receipt handle. So I updated it, and then we need to call SQS delete message. Let me run it. Node delete.js, and we can see that message has been deleted, and it is of 855, right? Let us check it. We can see that only 2 messages are available. The message ID of 03 and message ID of 62688. So only 2 are available. So if we want to delete this, we just need to take this receipt handle and update the receipt handle. Before that, let's run read.js and check how many it is fetching. So we can see that this time it has fetched both the records. So it depends on the queue status. So if the message is in flight, it will not be visible, and if it is not in flight, then it will fetch or it will read all the data, but maximum it can read only 10 messages at a time. So let me delete one of the messages. So you can see it is successful. If I start polling it, we can see that only one message is available, and even we can see here how many times we have read those message. Okay, we can only read we can only get the value of the body. So in order to receive all the attributes, what we need to do is like we need to add message attribute all. Now if I go and run it, oops, it may be in flight mode. It is visible now. Let me run it again. So we can see that it has given me the message body, information about Gopal, and all the attributes like string value, then my mobile number, and the title AWS SQS. And if it is not present, then it will not provide me all those datas. We can quickly check it by sending another message and trying to read it. It is not available till now. Yeah, now it is available. So here we can see that it doesn't have the message attributes, though we had already specified here message attributes all, but since it is not present, so it is not available here. Now both are in flight mode. That's all for this tutorial. If you like the video, then don't forget to give a thumbs up, and please comment if you have any doubt, and do subscribe to CodeSpace. Thanks. Have a nice day. See you again.